Boy, did we pick her right. Sharon Shore. Her buzzword is connecting. And I really believe that. I've just gotten to know her, and she's my new, she has her best friend here, and so I'm her new BFF, for now. But they're coming, and I'm going to make sure they get taken care of in Edmonton when they come. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Sharon. Probably a lot of you guys here, ladies, here know Sharon. She hails from Saskatchewan. Hey, we got some Saskatchewan people, Rough Riders too, or what? Yeah. Okay, sorry, let's not touch sports, politics. Anyway, sorry, she calls Cabaret home for 3.5 years. In her former life, she ran a very successful hair salon for 30 years. And if you look at her hair today, she's got that all figured out. And she's embarked on a new career path, taking the real estate world on her own, in her own way. Moving here and only knowing her husband and brother, creating a network became number one. And we all know what creating your network is. It is number one. And it was number one on her list of things to do. Over the last 3 years, Sharon has become the proverbial Kevin Bacon. I wonder if you dance. Shake it, baby, shake it. Okay, sorry. Of Calgary, quickly generating a high circle of influence, specializing in work with divorcing couples and rural clients. Sharon is quickly becoming a well-known woman in RE/MAX world. She is married, again, it says? Again, sorry. Yeah, she's got a few in there. And is the mother of 2 stunning, wonderful, growing sons. Please put your hands together for the wonderful Sharon Shore.
Does everybody get the Kevin Bacon reference? Well, they're in LA. They always say that everybody in LA is in the entertainment industry is 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. So, and they have these things that draw up these pictures with Kevin Bacon, how everybody is only 6 degrees, right? So it seems like no matter where I go, I'm 6 degrees from everybody in this room, and it's happened really quickly. A man stood in front of a judge. The judge looked at him and said, "Why'd you steal that car?" The man said, "I had to get to work." The judge said, "Why do you take a bus?" He said, "I don't have a driver's license for a bus." You're welcome. Feel free to steal that. I want to use this one too. Hello? I like that one better. Networking versus connecting. Dorothy asked me when we first started talking about putting this all together, if I would talk about connecting rather than networking. So what's the difference? Who in this room likes to network?
I do.
Who in this room hates networking? Be honest. I love you guys. You guys are honest. Good for you. The biggest thing about connecting and the difference between networking and connecting is what we actually do, even when we call it networking, is getting together and connecting. I have a saying that I always use that I say, your energy introduces you before you say your name. When you think of people walking up to you, instantly, at least I do that, I know right away if I'm going to hug Darla Zuck the second that I saw her, which you can see that, yes, that happens a lot. That's the difference. Networking is going out, and people think about handing out your business card. You go home with a whole ton of business cards and no new relationships. You make a connection, you don't need a business card.
That's right.
You make a connection and those people want to get a hold of you, they want to know who you are, and you want to know them. It's true that Tony Robbins always says that your network is your net worth. That's very true. But imagine what your net worth is when you're filled with connections. Deep, meaningful, people who want you to do your best in your life. Connections. That's huge. The number one thing when you walk up to somebody that you need to remember, it is not about you. It's not about you. Concentrate on connecting people to others that can help them. That makes you memorable. If I know somebody who needs financial help and I send them over to talk to Lisa, do you think that Lisa's gonna go, oh, I forget, I got this great connection and I do a lot of work with this girl, but I can't remember who sent her to me. Yeah, she remembers who sent her to her. You darn straight she does. And you know what? They both like and appreciate you because you're not putting yourself first. You're thinking about them. You're thinking about them first. At the end of the day, for anybody who was the last time that I spoke about networking, don't cheat. Okay, don't tell them. People like, put up your hand, I'm going to ask you because I don't want people yelling out weird stuff. People like people who like. Did you guys miss the hand memo? People like people who like. People like people who like them. And you know, people always think, well, confidence is a big thing. Absolutely it is. Nobody wants to hang out with people who are like, I don't like my bum and my hair's not pretty enough. Who the hell wants to do business with somebody like that? But I'll tell you what, you know when you meet somebody and you're just not the right fit. It took me, honest to God, I was probably close to 40 years old before I realized that I couldn't be everything to everyone. I was dating actively at the time, so that's a whole other story. You can't. It's one of the hardest lessons to learn. You can't be everything to everybody. But I'm going to tell you what, when you feel that from somebody because you're just not the right fit for them, that's okay. But they may like you if you make an effort to like them. There's something about them you're going to like. Say, you know what, we're on kind of different paths, but I appreciate how hard you work.
Totally. Yep.
All of a sudden they're going to go, maybe she's not the bimbo I thought she was. Brilliant. The key to connecting. Be sure that they know exactly what you do, what makes you different, who would they recommend you to. So here's a story about my husband. And I actually texted him because I meant to tell him last night I was going to talk about him. And I didn't, so I just sent him a text message. My husband took a new job last year. He's been in service his entire life as an electrical inspector. He took a job in sales. And so I watched him patiently, because I'm pretty good at this and he's pretty not. And he'd sit down beside somebody that we met, socializing, just out someplace. And what's the first thing they say? Hi, I'm James Black. Hi, how are you? What do you do? Right? Because that's what we all do. So what do you do? And he'd say, I sell UPS systems for a company called On Power. Oh yeah. So we do stuff with like Rogers and Cactus Club. He'd leave the room and he'd say, you know, I'm not really sure how I made out with them, if they liked me or what they thought. I go, they don't know what you do. Like, what the hell's a UPS system and who cares? Right? So Nikki Chang Paulus, bless her heart, got me started on an elevator speech is the most important thing when you're meeting people and you're connecting. Because I'm going to tell you why. People want to help you. People want to help you. They want to send people to Lisa because I love her.
I love you too.
People want to help my husband out because he's a great guy and everyone likes him, but they can't help you if they don't know what you do. So when you're connecting, be really concise. Be really concise about what you do and make sure that they get that clear so that they can help you in doing that. Remember that it is not what you know, it's who knows you. Okay? Best way to connect, be genuine. And right after you're genuine, I'm as genuine, ask any of my friends, and I'm as genuine as they get. What you see is what you get, fake hair and all. Then, strap on. Strap on lashes, strap on nails. Anyways. Then, be genuinely generous. It's a great way to connect. I raised my kids in a town with 700 people in Saskatchewan for 17 years, and what you think that must have been like was exactly what that was like. The only opportunity that you have to volunteer and help out and get to know people in a small town is if you sell 50/50s at the rink, or there's not a lot of opportunity. This city, Edmonton, will be no different. There is a plethora of opportunity for you to meet people through you giving to your community. I don't have to tell Jordan Guilford about showing up at events for Gems for Gems. I'm a member of 100 Women Who Care Calgary. I don't know if anybody in here is part of that organization. It's beyond brilliant, right? I work with Calgary Crime Stoppers. I haven't built houses for Habitat for Humanity. I put the doorknobs on. Anyway, but I was there. I showed up and I helped. I was there, I showed up and I helped. They will not remember just necessarily your presence, but they will remember your heart. And think about it, when you're involved with those groups, you are involving yourself with some of the best people in your community. That's smart. That's smart for your heart and it's smart for your business. So when do you stop connecting? I know a lot of people, I've built some great relationships. When do you stop hunting and start farming in your community? When does that happen? Everybody has different answers to this, because the people who hate networking go, I think I'm done. I'm done with this womanition thing, and who cares about Sharon Shore and whatever, right? I will tell you, especially in this economy, people are finding out that you can have a really great database, and it does you no good if things flip around. You gotta stay on it, you gotta hustle. You gotta hustle to be the best. So everyone knows Pink. Everyone knows Madonna. Everybody knows Cher. Lady Gaga. Well, I'm going to tell you what, friends. I am Sharon Shore. I'm with Remax iRealty Innovations, and I will hustle until I don't have to introduce myself. Thank you very much.